Do you ever feel like you're spending money, but not actually enjoying life? Maybe you're saving so much that you miss out on the things that make you happy. The secret to financial contentment lies in one powerful concept: aligning your spending with your priorities. Today, I'll show you how. Many people overspend on things they don't value and underspend on things that bring them joy. This happens because of opportunity costs. Every dollar spent on one thing is a dollar that can't go towards something else. Imagine someone who wants to travel, but spends most of their money on dining out. And when a friend asks them what they're doing this summer, they respond glumly, "I want to travel to Italy, but I can't afford it." What if they redirected that money for dining out toward that trip? They can go on that trip much sooner. Take another example. A parent wants to pay for the child's college tuition, but has saved nothing after years of wanting this. Instead, their money has gone toward gadgets, furniture, and home renovations. These expenses are nice, but they don't align with the parent's stated goal. And it's not just overspending. Oversaving can also create opportunity costs. Imagine a parent who dreams of taking their child on a cross-country road trip, just like their parents did. The trip is expensive and would mean saving less for a while. What memories would this parent and child miss out by prioritizing saving over that experience? Often we aren't even aware of these trade-offs. We spend without thinking about our priorities, or for savers, give up experiences out of fear of overspending. This leaves many people asking, where did my money go? Why don't I feel happy despite saving so much? Money is a tool to create the life you want, not a source of stress or guilt. The problem is that many of us don't know what we truly want. Let me introduce you to a few exercises that will help you identify your financial priorities, determine whether your finances align with those priorities, and envision your ideal future. First is the value audit. Write down your top 5 priorities and be specific. Instead of saying just family, you might write spending weekends together or funding my child's education. And for each priority, reflect on why it brings you happiness and think about what you regret not doing more of in this area. Second is the spending review. Review your bank and credit card statements from the past 3 months. Highlight any spending that aligns with your priorities. For example, you might use different colors, like green for spending that aligns with your values and red for spending that doesn't. For example, dining out might be red if your priority is saving for travel. Third is the future vision exercise. Take a step back and imagine your ideal day, week, month, and year. What does this look like? What role does money play in making these visions happen? Write down your vision for yourself and your family's future. Now let's align your money with your financial priorities using the Lifecycle Plan. First, categorize your priorities by breaking them down to short-term goals like hobbies and vacations, and long-term goals like buying a home or saving for retirement. Second, review your Lifecycle Plan. You can download the free calculator and worksheet at www.lifecyclepf.com. There you can input your age and net income into the calculator. It can also adjust for deductions and 401k contributions to show your net income plus, which is a more refined way of viewing your earning power. Then divide your income using the Lifecycle Plan's recommended rates for required expenses, spending, and investing. Third, write down your short-term priorities under spending and long-term priorities under investing, and fixed costs like housing and car payments under required expenses. As an additional tip, include a flexible allowance within your spending category for non-priority expenses. Now let's go over some common challenges with implementing the Lifecycle Plan. The first challenge is feeling guilty for spending on yourself. Some of us feel anxious about spending money on the things we enjoy, even if it aligns with our values. Should I save more instead? Is this responsible? Remember that money is meant to be spent intentionally. If you're meeting your investment targets, there's no reason not to enjoy what you love. Remember the principle of utility maximization. Money should bring you joy, not just security. The second challenge is the conflict between your priorities and your obligations. It's hard to balance financial obligations like debt payments with high-value priorities. Shouldn't all extra income go toward paying off loans? Remember, the Lifecycle Plan emphasizes balance. While paying off loans is important, focusing solely on long-term goals can lead to regret. By balancing short-term and long-term priorities, you can ensure a fulfilling financial journey. Let's take an example of Emily. Emily used to spend $200 per month on coffee and takeout. After doing the value audit, she realized that traveling is her top priority. And while she enjoyed her coffee runs and convenience of takeout, she decided to cut her spending in this area to $100 per month. She then redirected the remaining $100 to her travel fund. And over the course of the year, this small shift allowed Emily to save $1,200 by planning her meals at home and treating coffees an occasional indulgence, she didn't feel deprived. Instead, she felt empowered, knowing that each small change was bringing her closer to her dream of visiting Italy. And when she finally took that trip, it wasn't just a vacation. It was a testament to her ability to align her spending with her values. Now let's take the example of Sarah. Sarah lived in a trendy downtown apartment that cost her $2,500 per month, or about half her income. And while she loved the convenient and vibrant neighborhood, she often found herself stressed about money and unable to save for her goals, like starting her own business. When Sarah completed the value audit, she realized that her top priority was building her dream business. She began exploring ways to reduce her housing expenses. And after some research, she decided to move to a smaller apartment in a nearby neighborhood, cutting her rent to $1,800 per month. And by reallocating the $700 of monthly savings, Sarah created a business fund. Within a year, she had enough to launch her side hustle. The move not only reduced her financial stress, but gave her the freedom to focus on her entrepreneurial goals. The shift helped Sarah realize that while her previous apartment was nice, it wasn't worth sacrificing her bigger dream. Your financial happiness starts with identifying what truly matters to you. Imagine going on your dream vacation and enjoying your favorite hobbies without guilt. Each step brings you closer to designing a life that reflects your values. Download my free financial priorities worksheet at www.lifecyclepf.com to get started. Comment below on your high-value priorities. I'd love to hear what you're passionate about. When you spend on what matters to you most, you're not just managing money. You're also designing your best life. And don't forget to like this video, subscribe to this channel, and share it with someone who needs a better way to manage their money. Together, let's redefine personal finance. Cheers. And now a word from our sponsor.